Hello, everyone. Wanted to say just a few preliminary words about these excerpts from the end of Darwin's The Descent of Man. I'm going to say, first of all, that there are clearly two different arguments here, maybe three, all related. But the first excerpt, the first paragraph, is what it is, and Darwin gives us some help here by saying in the first line, the main conclusion here arrived at, which, is nice because it points out what he sees as the logical structure of what he's writing. But that this conclusion here and this argument here is distinct from what follows. I included it because I think it's necessary for context. That is, there's a very large in evolutionary theory. What Darwin was doing, there's a very large overall view of nature that he's trying to put over by theory of evolution, by natural selection, and then there are particular things within that larger space, larger field, that then become issues that perhaps were never issues before, but become issues and that more particular things. So here there is a larger conclusion about human beings in general, no doubt. And then there are two more particular ideas about human beings that are then put over. And it's not giving away that he mentions the two distinct ones right in the beginning of this second excerpt. The high standard of our intellectual powers. That's one. And the second one is our moral disposition. And as you can see, it's the second one that he regards as the more difficult problem. Again, there's no reason to go into any detail. I try to refrain from going into detail until the second look. But clearly, if we look at the second part of it, which really has to do with two issues, again, so you could say that there are three main arguments here. The overall broad one about human beings that is reiterated in the first excerpt, and then these two distinct issues, our intellectual powers and our moral disposition. I don't think it's giving much away. It might be of some help to say that evolution tries to account for the way that human beings are, and in evolutionary terms, which means natural terms. How do you do that? How do you account for human intellect, human reason on the one hand, and how do you account for the human moral sensibility on the other? How could these have come about in the purely natural way that the evolutionary theorist has to stick to with regard to studying any animal, including human beings?